You did all the work, you submitted the claim, and still it gets denied. Sound familiar? What if I told you the right appeal letter could turn that denial into a payment without all the back and forth frustration? So today on Coffee and Claims, we're unlocking 5 key elements of a winning appeal letter. We'll discuss strategies that can make payers sit up, take notice, and actually pay your claim. If you're ready to stop leaving money on the table and write appeals that actually get results, grab your coffee and stay tuned. Welcome back to Coffee and Claims, the podcast where we sip our coffee and discuss the complexities of medical billing and revenue cycle management one claim at a time. I'm your host, Michael Meitzen, and if you've ever had a claim denied, then you know how time-consuming and frustrating appeals can be. But here's the good news. Creating a strong and effective appeal letter does not have to be an uphill battle. In today's episode, we're breaking down the key elements of a winning appeal letter. Some of those key elements are what to say, how to say it, and what supporting documents you need to include to make that appeal letter effective. So take a sip of that coffee and let's get into it. So before we get into the nitty-gritty of appeals, let's talk coffee. It's time for what's in your cup. Since today we're talking about appeal letters, I thought I needed something a little stronger. So today in my cup I have Kauai coffee. It's a nice Hawaiian blend. It tastes really good. So if you'd like to share what's in your cup today, please leave it in the comments. And now, back to the episode. Did you know that about 65% of all denied claims are never appealed? That means that billions of dollars are left on the table every year. But here's the thing. Most denials can be overturned with the right appeal strategy. The secret is a well-structured, to-the-point appeal letter backed up by solid documentation. Let's go through the 5 key elements that make an appeal letter effective. If you've ever wondered what makes an appeal letter actually work, here are the 5 essential elements. Start with claim number, patient name, date of service, and provider details. Missing or incorrect information can get your appeal dismissed before it's even read. Get straight to the point. State the reason you're appealing and reference the original denial reason. Here's an example. We are appealing the denial of claim number 1234556 for medical necessity, as the submitted documentation supports the service provided. This is where you back up your argument with medical records, authorization information, coding guidelines, and payer policies. Here's a tip. If you're citing a policy, include a direct quote and a page number from the payer's manual. Be assertive, not aggressive. Remember, you're making a case, not picking a fight. So here's another example. According to your policy number 123, this procedure is covered under XYZ conditions, which are met in this case. So you're going to end your appeal letter with a direct request. Please reprocess this claim for payment. Be sure to include your name, email, and phone number for follow-ups. Even seasoned billing pros make mistakes when writing appeal letters. Here are 3 big ones. Payers don't have time for long explanations. Keep it short and focused. Every payer has a time limit for appeals. Ensure that you know your deadlines. Some payers require appeals to be submitted via portal, fax, or even on specific forms. Ensure that you know the requirements. So let me share a quick story of one of the most satisfying appeal wins I've ever had. A provider's claim was denied for no authorization, even though we had proof an authorization was obtained. Instead of just resubmitting the claim, we attached the recorded authorization confirmation from their payer portal, cited them back their own policy, and requested an escalation. 2 weeks later, boom, the claim was overturned and a payment was issued. The moral of the story is documentation is everything. If it's not documented, it didn't happen. That's a wrap on this episode of Coffee and Claims, and if you take anything away from this episode, let it be this. A well-structured appeal letter can mean the difference between a claim getting paid and lost revenue. So before we go, I want to hear from you. What's the toughest appeal you've ever had to write? Leave it in the comments and we'll likely get to that on a future episode. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. So on the next episode of Coffee and Claims, we're going to discuss how to deal with slow-paying insurance companies and how to speed up reimbursements. So until next time, keep your claims clean and your coffee strong.